All right, it's Lane from WeirdHummingbirds.com, and we're in video number 4 on this little series I've got going. And so I've talked about how some messed up messages got planted in me, and we talked about how you probably do too. I got on a little tiny rant about how our religion and our culture have done a fair bit to kind of fuck us up and generations before us, and that there is a truth about us that we need to first learn, and then we need to learn to remember. There is something that we innately know, and when we are feeling disconnected, it is a sign that we are going down a road that is not serving us. Now, I want to just, perhaps this will make some of you feel better as you have been doing this work, is that we don't always feel great when we're doing this work. I had a profoundly shitty week this last week. I was feeling so, oh my goodness, I was so frustrated with myself. I was so frustrated with how little I've accomplished. I was so frustrated about things that I was doing wrong. I was just hyper focused and hyper critical, and it had me walking around with my head down, and I knew it didn't feel good, but I allowed myself to just go there because I didn't have the energy to undo any of that stuff. But I gave myself permission to eventually get out. Now, it probably took 6 or 7 days of me just kind of walking around in a daze, full of judgment, tons and tons and tons and tons of judgment. I don't know if you've ever had judgment against yourself. I suspect you have. I think it's pretty normal. It's probably like unworthiness, and they're probably pretty connected. But I got to a place finally where I was able, there was a little crack. Somehow there's a little crack every once in a while that the light can get in. And I know that I have tools that help me reacquaint myself with the truth of who I am. And so I did a couple of things. I did some breath work, which I don't teach, but I love, and perhaps I'll teach it someday. But I have found some teachers that have been profoundly connected, and that connection has really helped me really get free of a bunch of traps that still exist for me even after years of doing this work. And the other thing I did was I got back to mindfulness, just to breathe and remember the truth of who I am and the truth of what I'm connected to. And I just wanted to put that in here before we go any further on this stuff, because I think that there is this message sometime that gets out there that when you start doing this work, it's just all highs, and then you find yourself in a low place, and you think you're doing something wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. There's some subconscious programming that is deeper than others, and there's also a biological or there's a fixture in your mind that was meant to keep you safe that actually thinks that every time you try something new, you are unsafe. And so in its valiant effort to keep you in a good place, it helps you create an energy around yourself that you find it hard to change. Now, there's ways of working with that aspect of you to get free, to change, to up level, to start expecting different things in your life, but it takes some practice. So yeah, I had a crappy week last week, but I'm on the upside of it right now, where I'm clear of the truth. See, I wasn't clear of the truth in that. So that lousy feeling wasn't the truth. It was me back in the lie. And I know that I love that it's uncomfortable enough for me to know in the midst of all of that, that there will come a moment in the next coming days where it's going to be more important for me to get back in balance than to feel those feelings. So all I'm saying is don't heap a whole bunch of guilt and shame on you when you're not feeling it, when you're feeling like crap, when you're feeling like none of this is working, when you feel like your world is a little upside down. It's just something you're feeling. And those are feelings that you feel, you let them go, and you can start to replace them again with something else. It's like incremental steps, right? It's a bunch of different things that we're doing over time that is affecting this change. But I just want you to remember that you're made of something amazing. It is universal energy. It is yours to access and yours to connect with. And sometimes we totally forget that that exists. It's all right. We're going to go through a few different things in the coming videos and get you back on track if that's where you're feeling. And that's it for me. Hope that made some sense. Felt a little flustered to me, but you know what? Who cares? We're all in this together and we're all learning from each other. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.